In this video, we will learn about how to remove distracting elements from photo using an awesome technology called Content Aware Fill in Photoshop. So to give you an example, over here, you see on the left, you see a picture of a herd of giraffes, and you also see a lot of distracting elements in this picture, like this car, like this crane over here. Then you also see this car over here. You also see this truck over here. Okay, and a lot of other vehicles also. What we want to do is we want to get rid of this picture, these elements in the picture, but at the same time we want also the void, the blank area that gets created after removing this vehicle. We want to fill it with the natural surrounding elements. Like for example, if when I remove this crane, I want to fill up with the sky and the bushes around it. So as you can see the right, the replacement is much more natural. Similarly, when I remove the car and the truck here, as you can see, the truck is filled by the trees nearby, and the car is filled with the color of the street and the pavements nearby, right? So the removing the objects will feel much more natural. That's where content aware fill comes handy. Okay, so let's see this in action. So I am inside my Photoshop. Let me open a JPEG file of giraffes on my machine. So this is a nice image of a few giraffes wandering in a zoo. Now there are a lot of distracting elements in the picture which I would like to get rid of. So there is a crane right in the remote place here. Let me zoom in and show you that. So I want to get rid of this crane. Then there are also a lot of vehicles in this image that I would like to get rid of. In this example, I want to get rid of at least this car here, over here, this car and this truck. Okay, and then you can just continue in the similar fashion with the other examples. So the technology that we are going to use here is the content aware fill. This is an artificial intelligence based technology where when we want to remove the object, we want to make sure the void that is getting created after removing the object, it gets filled from the color sample from the nearest areas, right? So the fill would appear much more natural. Okay, so let me show you. There are two ways in which we can do content aware fill. One is the easy way where you can just let Photoshop do everything, and the other way where you can customize. Okay, let's try removing this crane first. So let me zoom in to make sure you can see that very clearly. Okay, so to do that, all I'm going to do is I'm going to select this lasso tool so that I can border this crane. I can select this crane. I'm just going to select it. Okay, so this is the area. Okay, let me deselect it. Let me select it a little bit better. I'm going to select again. I'm just going to select this crane. This area. Since it's a custom object, I'm using a lasso tool. Okay, now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go to edit. Then I'm going to select fill. And here, instead of selecting pattern or foreground or background, I'm going to select a content aware fill. And I'm going to leave the default option as it is and see what happens. So as you can see, and I'm going to do control deselect. So as you can see, the crane has been removed. Okay. Now let me show you another option for that, for removing the car and the bus and the truck. Let me zoom out. Okay. So I want to select this car and remove this car and the truck. So let me zoom back in. Okay, so again, to first let's try to remove the car. I'm going to select again with the lasso, just draw a border around the car and make sure you close that border so that objects inside that border get selected. Now instead of selecting edit fill, I'm going to select edit and content aware fill. Here there are more options that we can fine tune. So this opens up a workspace where it will show you preview on the right and the existing image on the left. And also it gives you more options, like you want auto sampling, rectangular sampling, or custom sampling. Also there are some more settings like color adaptation and rotation adaptation that you can try and use. Okay, so now we have more controls. So automatically when you do this, a brush gets selected and you can tell this brush where to sample the color from that you need to fill this area. So I'm just going to select this street color. Okay, and there is also color of this pavement, right? So I'm going to drop around the car and want to select this one, right? And it will show you preview over here. So you can see there is something and then you can see, you can try playing with this color adaptation. If it's changing, this is a preview on the right, default, high, even the rotation adaptation you can try and see which one works better for you. So right now what is happening is it is not selecting this white border color around the street, right? So I want to control that. Okay. So you can ask it to sample from this area also, and you can keep playing. Okay, let me, okay, you can try doing that, and you can also increase the sample area to see whether it's really working for you. Okay, that looks much better now, right? So, and I'm going to see it's still, you still see the car here, little bit of car portion. So I'm going to select lasso and increase the area so that that portion is also disappear. Now you see it appears much more, and I'm going to output the effect, output this content aware fill into a new layer so that the original image is not distracted, not overwritten. So I'm going to say apply. Okay, so it will create a new layer for you, and I'm going to do control deselect. You can zoom out, right? The car is gone, and you can see this is a new layer. If you unselect it, you will see the car appearing, and if you select it, the car will disappear. Okay, now let's try removing this truck. So I'm going to zoom back in. We'll apply the exact same technique. I'm going to select lasso, and I'm going to select this truck. Right, complete the selection. Okay, it's still a little bit part is left, so I'm going to add it. Okay, so now I'm going to apply the same technique. I'm going to go to edit, content aware fill. Okay, I applied to the wrong layer, so I'm going to go back. I'm going to cancel it. I need to apply this to background layer. Okay, now I'm going to go back to edit, content aware fill. So here is a preview, right? So So now I'm going to sample the color. I'm just going to select the surroundings of this area, and you will see the preview. Okay, I'm going to select some more of this green area. Okay, that looks much better, right? Yeah. So I'm just going to get, and you can also play with color adaptation if you would like, till you get satisfied results. And that looks better to me. You can also try some rotation adaptation and see if that helps. If it doesn't help, that's fine. And again, I'm outputting it to new layer, and I'm going to say apply. Okay, and there you go. So let me zoom back in. I am going to deselect first my selection, and I'm going to zoom back in. The area looks much more better, right, without cars. Now you could also apply similar settings to remove the other distracting elements like this vehicle over here. But you get the essence of this video, that you can use content aware, which is an awesome technology that samples the color from color from nearby elements to remove the distracting elements in the picture, like the vehicles and the crane in this particular video. I hope you enjoy the video. Thanks and bye.